And welcome back on this Tuesday morning. Dr. Jan White with me. How are you?
Great, thanks.
Good. What is your topic today?
It is empty nesters as some of their housing choices.
You know, you think the kids are finally moving out. Boy, what fun we're going to have. But is that always the case?
No.
Gee, why?
Well, for various reasons. But you know what? I don't think I've ever covered this topic on the show before, and what got me thinking about it was a recent article in the Wall Street Journal about how baby boomers and older adults downsizing in metropolitan areas are moving from their homes in the neighborhood into these big high-rises.
Ah.
Yeah, and so that's a...
Is that really downsizing, or is that more expensive? Are you talking price-wise or size-wise?
Well, size-wise,
Okay,
but I'm talking about everything. But typically when we talk about empty nesters downsizing, they want something smaller, but it doesn't always work out that way for various reasons. But so what I did, I conducted research like I always do for the show, and believe it or not, there is a journal called Custom Building. There's a journal for builders, and how cool is that?
Already done that.
I mean, they need a journal, and so they actually address the issue of downsizing and empty nesters and things that realtors and builders need to be cautious of when they are dealing with their clients.
That makes sense.
And so in the next 10 years, we anticipate that because the baby boomers are moving into old age now, and more of them are empty nesters, that they are going to really put a demand on the housing market.
Well, that should make all realtors happy.
Right, it is.
For sure.
But sometimes they're unrealistic. Okay, and so
what they're searching for?
What they're searching for and what they need, sometimes there's a misalignment there.
Okay.
So the builders have identified 4 pitfalls that both realtors and builders need to be aware of when they're helping empty nesters. First of all, there's a physical issue. The baby boomers who are empty nesters, they want a smaller lot, a smaller home, low maintenance, and one level.
Don't ask for much.
Ain't going to happen, okay? So the realtors and the builders need to be ready with alternatives because this is unrealistic.
It's difficult to find a one-story house.
I know
now,
it. I
with
know.
all of that.
I know. And plus, they have large furniture and, you know, oh, gee, I want a guest room when mom and dad come to stay. So, you know, it's not being realistic.
It's not feasible.
So next is the financial pitfall. Do you know that one-story homes are more expensive to build?
They are. That's why there's so many more 2-stories.
Right, I didn't realize that because there's a larger lot, and remember before they said they wanted a smaller lot? Okay, it's a larger lot, there's more roof line, there's more roof to maintain, and the perimeter's bigger.
I didn't know that until we were like, let's move and just rebuild our house, just the first story.
Yeah.
Not going to happen.
Yeah, right. No, it's not when you think it through. So if you have a large perimeter, then there's a lot of flower beds. Well, I don't want to maintain flower beds, you know. So then the smaller does not mean cheaper. Okay, per square foot, smaller homes are more expensive, and they want high-end finishes. You know, they want the glamour bath, and they want all the super-duper crown molding. That costs a lot of money, you bet.
All the bells and whistles.
Right. Third, there is an emotional issue with empty nesters. Leaving the family home is very difficult. There is an emotional tie. And the baby boomer and older adult clients are constantly comparing this newer home, the one they're downsizing to, with the old home. And so realtors and builders need to have alternatives ready and say, okay, I understand this, but you know, you'll have a lot of memories in the new home, okay? So be ready for that. And finally, there's a social tie. You know, when clients drastically downsize, now they are moving into a different neighborhood, and so there may have been like a status symbol of being in the other neighborhood, like, you know, in the country club maybe.
Right.
So there's this emotional thing, there's a social thing. So you have to reassure the client that, okay, look at all this low maintenance now. And you'll have a lot more free time, and you won't be burdened with this older home. And so all of these things need to be addressed.
That's a lot to go over.
It's a lot to go over. Yeah, so you think about, gee, you know, wouldn't it be great to downsize and blah, blah, but then when you really
Yeah,
think it
because
through.
where are you going to put all your junk?
You know,
That's exactly what I
it
was
may
gonna
be
say.
easier just to put an elevator in. You know, why move?
I've already thought of that.
Yeah, find a place for the elevator.
Well, he doesn't have to go upstairs at all now, so we don't need an elevator.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
safe.
Dave and I, we live like in 3 rooms. You know, all the 8 other rooms are just,
Are
we
just
just
wasted
walk by them. But yeah,
Dust
you know.
occasionally.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a big decision.
Okay, well, there's a list that you need to make, I guess. All right, if you're thinking about downsizing, you better think again,
Think
just in
through
case
it.
you cover all the issues you don't even
Right.
realize.
I know.
Thank you, Dr. Danway.
You're welcome.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we'll probably run some video of somewhere fun Jamie's been. Stay with us. We'll be right back.